Alright, hey, I just wanted to add another video here that clarifies a couple of tricky concepts about inferential stats and hypotheses. Also, just wanted to rectify a couple of mistakes I made in the textbook in the first edition. And I made the same mistake that a lot of textbook writers make when talking about hypotheses and writing examples. So what I've included in here is actually some of the examples we can find from the other popular IB psychology textbooks when it comes to writing hypotheses. And so when we're doing inferential statistical tests, we're testing the null hypothesis, and so we need to make sure we get it right. What we've all done in these is talk about significance and use the future tense. Will have a significant effect. And actually this is incorrect, and the reason for that is our hypotheses are hypotheses of what's true in the population and not a prediction of what will happen in our sample. So we can use the present tense. We should use the present tense when we are writing hypotheses. And so this is so what I included here was the examples. Now, if students write like this, I think it should be accepted by moderators because we've all got these examples written like this in these textbooks, but we do want to get things right. And so what I've tried to do is just adapt these and make them correct, and including the one that I had in my textbook here. And so this is in the document, and I've got some points to remember here about writing hypotheses. But it's most probable that your students are going to have a one-tailed hypothesis, and that something's going to increase something or it's going to decrease something. That would be a vast majority of the IAs will hypothesize an effect of either increasing or decreasing. And so what I would say is to remember that the null hypothesis should be that there won't be that effect. So not there will be no effect, but there won't have an increase or it won't have a decrease, whatever the alternative hypothesis states, right? Okay, so we get our hypotheses right, and I've got some examples here, and I just summarize a little bit about the null and alternative hypothesis. So yeah, this document here clarifies that. And so what we're testing with inferential statistics is the likelihood we got those results if our null hypothesis is true, right? And so that's what we're looking at. And then I've just given a little bit of a summary here. And points on the language to use. So we talk about retaining or rejecting the null hypothesis, or you can say rejecting or failing to reject the null hypothesis. So this is just the language students should use when they're writing up their inferential statistics, as opposed to using the accept as a term. And then I've got some frequently asked questions here. These are also included in the textbook. There's some more information there, but these are the questions we see the most often. Can we use a two-test, one or two-tailed? What if they go in the results are in the wrong direction? And what level of data. So there are some answers here, but I do encourage you, send me a message on Facebook or post to the group on Facebook, send me an email, however you want to get in touch with me. If I can help you get this stuff right, I'm more than happy to help you out. But yeah, so there's just a bit of a clarification of inferential stats and hypotheses. Just the key point to remember, we talk about the null hypothesis. We're saying we're making a statement as something that's true in the world, and so we would say, for example, rememberol does not improve memory, and yeah, as opposed to making a future prediction of what will happen, and then we test the probability that we would get our results if that statement was true. But yeah, I hope that's helpful, and hopefully that clarifies a few things when you read that document. All right, cheers.